B.S.I, on the other hand, contends that that figure is somewhat inaccurate. Chief Financial Officer Belize told News 5 today that the assessment, in his opinion, is incomplete.
Our milling capacity is defined in terms of how much we can grind per hour and how much we can grind in a 180 weeks crop, which is essentially is a 26 weeks of crop. That window is considered, based on our climate conditions in Belize, to be the window in which we can properly harvest cane and effectively harvest cane. Now, that milling capacity is defined therefore as 1.25 million tons of cane in that 26 weeks of crop. It does not mean that we can only mill 1.25 million tons of cane. It simply means that unless we start on time, and by time we mean as early as possible, currently we are planning on starting the crop on the 30th of November. And so if we start at that point, 26 weeks will expire by the end of May. And therefore, that will give us an opportunity, depending on the weather and depending on what will be the assessment of cane remaining at that point, whether we can extend the crop. Clearly, that opportunity of extending the crop is not there if we delay the start of the crop, as occurred last crop, or as occurred for the past two crops, when we have started the crop at the end of January. Then the 26 weeks expire in July, and so there's not much opportunity to extend. Normally, weather conditions don't allow. The situation right now, at the end of the last crop, there was an indication that there was significant cane left in the field. We had extended the crop, but it was still not sufficient to bring in all the cane. An assessment, as you say, was done to determine what that volume was. And that assessment is still, in my view, incomplete, or perhaps extended for other purposes, because we are also at the same time seeking to introduce a management information system for the sugar industry.
The 2000